What am I gonna do? Time is stopping everywhere.
You must review Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Explorers of Sky for the Nintendo 3DS. That should solve your problem.
That might actually work. Thank you so much. As you said, I will review Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Explorers of Sky for the DS. Hopefully that will work.
Okay, guys, this is Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Explorers of Sky for Nintendo. The Nintendo DS, made by Nintendo, the Pokemon Company, and I think Soundcom? I could be wrong. I apologize about that. Also, I'm gonna try to be a little more not scripted, but a little more careful with what I say. I know my videos haven't been too bad, but I've always said things that would cause me to have to look for a whole bunch of different videos to put in a certain part. And yes, that is a good thing too, but I don't want to make this harder than it is. So, I'm going to do my best to review this without going over my head, per se. Now, I'll confess this is my second time recording this because I feel that one or two things have been left out. Let's hope I don't leave anything else out that I had in the last one. I did so good up till that point. Anyway, this is like the fifth installment in the Mystery Dungeon franchise, but the second generation, a sense of it. Like, there was the Blue and Red Rescue Team, and plus there were the originals of the Explorers of Time and Sky, or no, Explorers of Time and Darkness. Now, Explorers of Sky is the reboot of those two. Now, I'm pretty much going to talk a bit about the characteristics of things that I like about it, and about each aspect of the game when it comes to rating, rather than telling you the whole story. And I think I will start with talking about the sounds in the music. That is done so well. It fits almost like every song seems to fit its setting, like its battle in its dungeon and whatnot. There's only an exception about that. Now, I will allow myself to insert a clip of this, because it just has to be done. We are going to this episode has been uploaded now. We go to battle the master of all things bad. We find out, of course, it's the guild. I'm allowed to allow myself to spoil that much. And you think they're acting like the Grand Master and everything. But then they have this cheerful, playful music in the background while you battle the guild. Now, the music is good. It's not bad at all. It's beautiful. Well, yeah, I mean, well done. But it's just bad timing. That's the only thing I have to say about that. But everything else is perfect timing when it comes to music. And I think that's a pretty strong aspect of it, which I enjoy a lot. Now, we're going to talk about the graphics a little bit. I don't see anything wrong with the graphics at all. Now, for its time and its system, it's beautiful. Now, there have been better graphics in the 3DS games, but it's a 3DS. It's supposed to be 3D. That's the point. For 2D, it is gorgeous. I especially love it when they have the backgrounds, like the sea and the sun and the leaf. Like, there's one particular part where a raindrop will fall off the leaf. That is gorgeous. They do pretty well with their game sprites. They're all decent for this time as well. And the best thing is, you can see Pokemon walking. Like, yes, they don't walk behind trainers, but you can see Pokemon moving. Which, like, okay, you can really only see you and your partner when you're walking through the town and such. But when you're in a dungeon, you can see any of the Pokemon you've recruited. I just love that. I mean, that's a part of the majority of the Mystery Dungeon series, but for the generation of games, these sprites were really well done, and I was immensely impressed by it. Now, I'm trying to debate between the last two things what I want to talk about first. I mean, you know what? I think I am going to talk about the story first. Now, without giving too much away, the story is pretty much obviously you end up waking up one day as a Pokemon after going through a storm and being turned into a Pokemon. You're woken up by your partner, and then after that, you spend a majority of well, not a majority, that's a lie. You spend some time in the game training in the guild to become a good team. You and your partner. Now, the biggest story about it is the fact that time has been getting out of whack lately, and it turns out that it's because the time gears are being stolen, or it's what is thought to be the cause of it. And the main point of the story is you to go and save the Pokemon world, again, from this natural disaster. The story is very well done. I can't spoil it for you guys, for the ones who haven't played it, and I might bring up a reference or two in the next few minutes, but I'm not going to tell you the whole story, because this is a game that you have to see the story to believe how good it is. Mystery Dungeon has always been good for its stories. This, in particular, I'm impressed with. It goes into full detail of Pokemon's past, and that just, like, warms my heart. You get to know each character pretty well. Like, almost the perfect story. Now, I'm not complaining. Like, the regular Pokemon games are awesome. But this game, particularly in the Mystery Dungeon franchise, has outdone themselves for stories. And, well, that's about all I can say without spoiling it for ya. We'll just say that same thing, saving the world, beating the bad guy. The story is strong. I'm not saying I'm beating the bad guy is a bad thing. I'm just trying not to spoil the story for you. So, actually, I made a mistake. There are two other things I'd like to get on, but they'd be on the same boat, in a way, and I'm going to combine them together. They're going to be challenge and replayability value. Now, I'd say that this game has a decent challenge level. Now, this might be a point where I might spoil a bit of the story for you, but I'm not going to tell you the whole story. Now, like any Mystery Dungeon or Pokemon game, the challenge of training your Pokemon to certain levels before the bosses are great. Yes, you may not have seen it in my playthroughs. I use codes to level up. But if I was playing this 100% fair, the Let's Play would probably take a lot longer than it did. It's hard to level up. Like, fairly hard to level up in the game. It isn't as hard as a certain game I know, but it's a fair challenge to level it up. The Pokemon bosses give you a challenge, especially in the last like, two bosses, which is Diega, the Primal Diega, the legendary Pokemon, and the Wigglytuff Guild. Those two are, like, in the main game, are, in my opinion, the most challenging bosses. The dungeons, they are pretty difficult. Like, at the beginning, maybe not so much, but as you go on, the intensity increases quite a bit. Especially if you are drastically under-leveled. Like, I'm lucky I sped up everything in those dungeons in the Let's Play, or I would be going nuts. If I was playing it on my DS, it could not speed it up the way I have. Actually, I think I could speed that up, but besides the point, I would go crazy. Like, and plus, you have to earn money, which I actually did on my own without codes, which I was proud of. The money is fairly easy to get. Like, if you look everywhere, that is decently easy enough to do. items, you have to know when you can use items, so it's a challenge, it makes you think, and that is something that is greatly admired by me. It is a game that really pushes your limits. Now, the replayability value. It can be played for hours, folks. Like, the main game you can finish maybe if you're really good in the first maybe 5-10 hours, 5-6 hours, but you have to grind. So put that, like, if you were going straight through without grinding and you were just that good, then maybe 2 hours. But alone, the main story can take a while of training up your team. Or yourself and your partner and your team, whatever you want to use. The main, or after game, it gives you a lot to do. You can recruit Pokemon, there are more bosses, because there's still a post-game, because you cannot evolve right after the main story. So you have to go through that in order to evolve. I never evolved yet, so I cannot show you that part, but what else was I going to say? You have, in this game particularly, you've got side mission, like you have bonus episodes, which I don't have any footage for that either, but I'll show you some pictures maybe. You have the Spinda Cafe, which is throughout the whole game you can use your time using your gummy, making juice, recycle things, discover new dungeons. There's a lot of replayability value in that sense of the word. My overall opinion now, I really don't know what to say. I love this game so much, and I don't know what I could say that would do it justice. It's a game that I hold dear to my heart, which is why it got the #1 spot on my top 5 DS games. Because it means that much to me, and how much I connected with that game. Please don't take that the wrong way. Honestly, to be fair, I will rate it 9.5 out of 10. But if it was just all my opinion, it would get a flipping 10 out of 10. For me, like in my rating system alone, it's that. For someone else, they could probably, wasn't that great. It probably is true in some people's opinion. But in my opinion, it's one of the best games I've ever played. I've played a lot of Pokemon games, and this is one of the ones that hold a place in my heart, especially for the DS titles. Well, anyway, guys, I think I will end this review off now. What do you think of Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Explorers of Sky? Let me know down below, and I will see you guys in our next video. Bye!